Hello Pisces, welcome back. If you're a returning subscriber, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Hope you enjoy the reading. Bottom of the goddess deck is Athena, inner wisdom. Okay, so let's start with this. So you know what to do, trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. So this is about following your inner guidance. You already know what to do. Being a Pisces, you're already connected. You're able to pick up and discern certain things. Just don't allow yourself to fall into self-doubt or self-sabotage or sort of some sort of falling off the path or falling away from what it is you know that you need to do. Okay, so avoid procrastination. You need to get on with something now. It's following your own inner guidance, your own inner GPS. So it could just be a feeling or an intuition or just a knowing, and it will be clear to you. You'll know what it is. There is a full moon on that card, so possibly the full moon or one of the full moons coming up is going to be important for you. We've got air element communicating coming in here. So this card is everything to do with communication. It rules, all forms. So this can be written, verbal, even body language. It can also be to do with things like media, the airwaves, radio, TV, whatever it may be. Any kind of electronics and technology also comes in under this. It can also be air travel. So this can be, going in an aircraft somewhere. That may be important for you right now. But it's also, this is about manifestation. So this is your words, your words, what you think, first of all, about yourself and about others and about situations, and then what you express. But it needs to be positive. It needs to be, positive thoughts translates to positive words, whether you're verbalizing them or writing them down. And then that is what will generate the positive outcome for you, a positive manifestation. You don't want to be talking or ruminating about things which are not helpful for you, because that's what you're going to manifest. Manifestation abilities for all of us are very high at the moment, and it depends where you are on the ascension process. For some it's very high, and others are only just learning how to use their manifestation abilities. So this is prevalent when you think about something, or you articulate something that you need or you want or you would like, and then within a short space of time it arrives in some way, shape or form. That is manifestation. So think about how you can apply that in greater circumstances, or to draw to you what you require. Okay, so it's all about that. We will get to the communication side because your third house is aspected here. So it could be a short trip as well, but it can also be that you need to take a trip to get somewhere high up. Now this can be just a hike up a mountain, or just going somewhere high up, even from an aeroplane, going up into a tall building and looking down. It just gives you perspective. And it could just be a figurative thing, getting perspective on something. So raising yourself up, raising your vibration, raising your frequency, so that you can see all the possibilities and you can see all the manifestations. But it's really think things through, sort them out, apply your intellect to actually work things out at this time. This is about more thinking ability than emotional, this side here. Okay, so let's go to the third house. So now, as I said, this is everything to do with communication. It's one of the air houses. So this can be communication with specific family members as well. So these can be aunts, uncles, cousins, siblings, relatives, like general relatives. There can also be neighbors may come in for you as well. So see how that manifests. Or it could just be something that you need to express in some way. It could be verbal, or it could be in a document. So this rules all forms of communication, even body language. It does also rule documents and contracts. So you may be waiting on something, or you drafting something. It could also be hearing news about something. And because you've got the air element as well, there could be a gossip or a scandal element to this as well. So just be careful. Take the high road. Don't spread things that that you hear or come to you in some way. Take the high road and just detract from that. Withdraw, because it could backfire on you quite badly. Okay, so this is about hearing things or receiving news, or you could be giving news or expressing something to somebody or in a document as well. It does also rule electronics, and it can also be vehicles, sort of transport, but a vehicle, and maps and roads and things. So a small journey may be required of you at this time as well. You've got void of course moon sitting at the bottom here. So this is, things are not what they seem. Okay, so you haven't got the full picture. So just withdraw at this time. Carry on with your normal actions. Do not initiate or start anything or put a lot of energy into anything at this time, even if it's something if you feel you need to say. It's about putting your energy towards something big. This is something quite sort of significant to you. Just avoid doing that while this energy is in play, because things are not what they seem. So you haven't got the full picture. And when the moon passes, it passes very quickly from one sign to another, but when it's between signs, it goes through a sort of a pause period where there's nothing happening. It's like a shadow period, and it's not a good time to be launching anything, even if it's like sending away for medical tests or just initiating an action. You will get a confused result or no result or the wrong result. It's that kind of action. Things just go awry. So rather wait until the energies have passed. It may not be the whole month. It could just be a portion of the month that this is occurring. So just stay as you are, and I'm quite sure you will feel the energies when it's time to move forward again. And it could only be a week. 5 plus 2 is 7 days, something like that. It's just an energy that it's a sort of a pause period where it's appropriate for you to be resting, sleeping, recovering, all of those sorts of activities, but also planning and dreaming. So you could be planning an event or planning something, but you're going through those phases. It's not a time to initiate just yet with that big action or whatever it is that you're doing. So put it through its paces in your mind, think about it, do whatever you need to do, but just stay steady at this time. Don't put energy into anything that you don't want, or need. Okay, so you may be pushed by others to do something at this time as well, because you've got Ishtar boundaries here. You'll have to just see how this applies. Love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. So because it's third house, it could be family members which are requiring something from you at this time, or it could be something that is document or contract related. She's saying that you either are in a position where you need to put boundaries in, and because you're a Pisces, boundaries are very, very important for you, because sometimes you tend to not have boundaries and then you get taken advantage of, or you get overwhelmed with other people's complexities and issues. You get drawn in and they take advantage of that because you're sympathetic and empathetic and you're a feeling sign, so you can connect with people and absorb a lot of energy. So just be careful with that, put a few boundaries in so that you protect your energy, protect your time, and give yourself time to go into this retreat, this withdrawal phase while this energy is in play. It can also be the other way, where you're putting too many boundaries in and now you're not having enough fun. You're not getting out, you're not enjoying yourself, you're not really engaging with others. But I feel that because you've got the void of course moon, I think it is about putting a few boundaries in so that people are not taking advantage of your energy or making demands on your time. Just be careful with that at this time. And it's about loving yourself as well. Just say no, not at this time. I will get around to it later, or let's make a date later on. Let's try and push it off as much as possible. Once you get the go-ahead, then you can move ahead, because you've got air element communication here. So, then you'll be able to manifest. But there's like a planning, preparation phase, resting phase, gathering your energies and your resources. And once you've gone that, then you can move ahead. We've got 8th house here. 8th house is the house of endings and beginnings. It's also so it's like a transition. It's the transition phase between the old and the new. So something may be falling away in your life, or just simply it's of no, it's not serving you anymore. So either you will have to let it go, or it will simply fold up and go by itself. Sometimes there may be a bit of an issue about it. There may be a few control issues going on around it. But 8th house is powerful like that, okay? There can be control issues. There can also be things moving around underneath the surface that have not been seen or realized yet. But there's a lot of psychic development with this house as well. So you could be going through that at time. You could be seeing certain things in situations. And because you've got the part of fortune increase card here, this could be an enhancement of your psychic abilities, your talent. It's like a talent or an ability. Something is coming online for you, and it could be that you're really seeing things very, very clearly, or you're getting a lot more insight than you would normally, so that could be coming up for you. But it's also, as I said, the ending of something and the beginning of something. And you can apply that in a number of ways. It's also the house of birthing something. So it could be a physical birth, but it's more than likely something that you are birthing, like an idea, because it's a beginning. So something new coming in for you. You could be sort of trying to initiate something. This is why you have this the third house and the communication side of it. So there is something, with the void of course moon, things are not quite what they seem. So there could be something still coming up to do with this, whatever it may be. Okay. It's also the house of big finance. So this is taxes, accounting, banking, insurances, investments, things like that. So there could be something which is not known to you just yet and is still coming out, some factor which is needing to be taken into consideration, or you could be waiting for a trigger, because with the part of fortune usually there's a trigger of some sort which activates the energy for that. So something could be happening, and you've just got to wait for that to occur. It can also be because this house does have a death element to it. It could be, it's normally the death of, it's like symbolic. It's usually something to do with something falling away, or of not being used in your life anymore. So it could be a concept or a project or something that or finance which is not serving you anymore, and you're now changing things. So it could be that. So there is that sort of death element to it, but it could be related to inheritance or legacies, and the use of that, and things coming to you and grappling with that, or dealing with other people's resources, So, because you may be involved talking to a lot of family members, there may be something of that nature coming into your existence at this time as well. You could be seeing a few machinations going on within this legacy and inheritance realm to do with family members, and you just have to see how it manifests for you, see what goes on. But you could be seeing a lot of things moving around in the background, or getting very clear insights into certain motivations and intentions of other people around you. Lastly, it could also be something to do with a very close personal relationship. This is normally a committed relationship. So like a love relationship, or a partnership of some sort. And this is the merging of your emotional and material resources, how you're going to fit together. That can all come in under the 8th house as well. So with the part of fortune, this is an increase of some sort. So this could be a reward or a recognition or some sort of notoriety. So you're rising up in some way. You're going to be noticed in some way. Or a reward, or like a universal gift kind of falls in your lap. It's something that it's almost like you've earned this. It's come to you through whatever you've been busy with, or it could be a lifetime thing, like a past life, or it could be in this lifetime. But something is coming to you, some sort of benefit, a reward, or an increase of some sort. It can also be that you have sort of inherent talents and abilities, or skills which you haven't really focused on up till now. Now, in a person's astrology chart, the part of fortune is often it's your overlooked part of your chart. It's kind of like your pot of gold in your chart. You can get a great deal of abundance and benefit if you harness the potential of your part of fortune. So it's often overlooked. It's often not used. Or utilized, but usually a trigger, something stirs it up and it starts to rise up in you. So it could be something to do with that, some sort of ability or skill or talent rises up, and you're suddenly realizing that you have an affinity for this, or you're able to do something. You've just got a skill or a sort of an aptitude for something, and whatever it may be, it could be financially related, or it could be psychic related, or it could be something to do with regeneration or renewal. You may be able to do that with finances or business related, or within people, helping them. There's various ways it can manifest, but it's got a regenerative and renewal quality. That is the 8th house as well. So see how it comes out for you, but there's normally a trigger, something stirs it up and then it starts to rise up. You may have to learn or study around this skill. You may have to go back to studying to hone it, to actually master that skill, and that is something that you need to work on, or you need to get advice on it, or you just need to practice it more so that you really get that skill up and running, because you're going to get a tremendous amount of benefit from it. So it's kind of learning and grasping new things, to understanding how it works, how it can work for you, and so on. It could also be that you're actually going to be learning or mastering something at this time in the 8th house. It could be financial related as well, and it bodes well. This card bodes well for that. With Mary Magdalene, unconditional love. Love yourself, others, and every situation, no matter what the outward appearances may be. Okay, so you can apply this in a number of different ways, but I do feel it is possibly money related, this house, or it could be legacy or inheritance related, or it is something to do with a situation which is coming up in the 8th house. As I said, you could be seeing things very clearly. You could be seeing people's intentions and motivations, or you could be seeing things coming up from underneath, and it's causing a little bit of a stir, or it could be that you are sort of being noticed and coming to notoriety in some way in this house, and it's causing a little bit of a stir amongst other people. They may be looking at you differently now, and this is about loving yourself and everything about yourself, but also others, no matter what the outward appearances may be. This is about developing sort of a neutrality, an ability to give without expectation, an ability to help others without expectation of reward or something coming back to you. It's also looking at others without judgment, So you may be seeing a few things, a few control issues popping up in this 8th house. You could be seeing something which you feel is, just unpleasant or ugly, what you would see like that. But it's really about your attitude and your neutrality about these situations, and seeing clearly and going with your emotions and your psychic insight at this time. We've also got 10th house here. So this, as I said, is to do normally with career. It's everything outside of the home. So it's normally to do with career. If you've got fame, with part of fortune, you may be coming to fame at some point, or you're just getting noticed in some way. You're in the spotlight possibly, and it's about that. It's also about your reputation, and it's also got it's people that you admire, or authority figures in your life also fall under the 10th house. And it could also be authoritative institutions. So this can be the military or the law, any kind of institution which has a lot of power and authority. Or it could be a person within your life, like a father figure, or somebody like a mentor or a boss, something like that. All of that comes in under the 10th house. We've got here, Isha, medicine woman, you are a channel for divine healing power. So what this is saying is that you are a channel for whatever it is that you're trying to channel. Now, whether it's to do with personal psychic abilities or healing or knowledge that you're channeling now. Being a Pisces, you're already connected to the divine. You already have that. You have a lot of spiritual abilities, knowledge. So it's about activating that and channeling it for others. Or you could be using your brand of magic, your skills, your abilities, in whatever they may be, in business or in your career or in some aspect. It's about using your particular sort of magic. It's the only way I can put it, really. Each of you have got skills and abilities or a particular affinity, and it's about channeling that at this time. It's going to be needed in your 10th house. So whether it's in your career or something that you're doing, or it's to do with your an authority figure or an authoritative institution that you're involved in, but it's about channeling the knowledge and the down into whatever it is that you're doing. And it could also be that you are obtaining healing or sort of divine knowledge to do with this change that is coming in for you. You're kind of going to have insight. You're going to have access to knowledge of some sort, and that is going to assist you and possibly others during this process as well. So it's about being that channel, being a clear channel as well, communicating clearly, and allowing those energies to move through you into whatever it is that you're manifesting in this house. Okay, let's do a destiny card for you. Prudence. Okay, this is coming out a lot for people at the moment. Clearly it's an important energy right now for a lot of people. So this is about matching your energy to what needs to be done. So be prudent with your actions. And with the void of course moon, that is very much the case. Okay, be prudent, be discerning about what you say and what you do at this time. Match your energy to to the action. So if it's a small action, small energy. If it's a big action, then you need to gather your resources and your energy in order to go for that. But be careful where you are placing your energy at this time. I feel you may want to go big on something, but just make sure that you've got all the facts and that you have everything clear, and this energy has moved on. And then once you've got the go ahead, then you can move ahead. But it's very much about guarding your energy and guarding your actions. Just be careful how you go about things, and make sure that you have got your boundaries in place and that people are not, as I said, taking advantage of your energy at this time. So be prudent with what you're doing, be discerning, and be protective of your energy right now. Okay, I think it's very important. It's important for a lot of people right now. There's a lot of energy being sucked out of us one way or another. We're being bombarded by everything on the media and so on. So just block it out and just go through a bit of a recovery phase and gather your resources and energy so that when you need to make your actions, then you're coming from a full cup. Okay, Pisces, hope you enjoyed that. Please take care, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.